What we do in 7th grade is we're going to make a mask. You have your form right here. So we're going to use this as the base to hold up our mask on, and we're going to build from there. Remember, you're going to need symmetry. Some of you want to go asymmetrical. Remember, both sides got to be the same, and it has to have an emotion. It has to have an expression. So you want to think about what expression you're going to do. When you get your mask, I know this isn't newspaper, but you're going to get newspaper, and you're going to go and you're going to fold the paper around, because the paper here will absorb the moisture, and if it burns in the kiln, it just burns. It'll disappear. Where if it adheres to the mask, we can't get it off. Well, then we're going to have problems. I'm going to set that off to the side, and then we're going to start rolling on a slab. Remember, you want a really big slab of clay. So I'm going to add some more clay, and what you're going to do is you're going to knead it. You're going to press the clay down. You're going to fold it, and just kind of keep pressing it with your hands down to try to get all the air bubbles out. And then once you do that, you're going to put it and just slam it down. And you're going to start pressing down with your hand and try to get a large form where it might look like it's going to, cover your mask. See? Then you're going to put 2 rulers together. We did one, but in the prior years, but the clay would end up being too thin, and we kind of pinched it to where it would break either in the kiln or break in the drying process, and we don't want that to happen. So we're going to go with 2 rulers, 2 ruler thickness. So you're going to need to make sure that this pin, again, after we roll it out, it touches both rulers. And you're going to go all the way forward and all the way back. So as you can see here, I start from the bottom, I work my way up. The clay is moving, I come back. If it sticks, just pull it, keep pulling it till all the way back or forward till the rolling pin leaves the clay. That's the easiest and best way to do it. See, I kind of got a rip here. I'm going to take some clay, put a little moisture down on it, put a little moisture down in here, press it down, and then I'm just going to roll that with it all the way and roll it out. So back, and that should be our nice slab that we got going there. Alright. So once we get the slab done, then we're going to put it over the mask. You're going to pull from the top and pull it towards you. And then you're just going to lay it on top of the mask, and then you're just going to gently mold it around the paper. You will notice that it probably not fit all the way around. That's okay, because we can take our extra and we can use the ooey gooey just to add on more. So I'm going to take the ooey gooey, I'm going to apply it on the back of here, and I'll apply it on the side, if I can show you this here. And then all I'm going to do is just kind of press it on, and I'm going to smooth it out. And make those 2 pieces of clay into one. You can see how I'm just doing that? Long line. I'm going through the whole thing and just smoothing out that clay, and then I can take my knife and then just cut off the extra. I'm going to cut off the extra over here. Alright, and then just going to cut off a little bit more. Add some ooey gooey on the back. Add some ooey gooey here. I'm not scoring it because I kind of don't need to score it, because I'm pressing down pretty good and just making the 2 pieces of clay into one. Though all the other pieces from then on, you're going to want to score and make sure they stick. The scoring will help attach it. And see, I'm just smoothing that out. I'm not pressing real hard. I'm just dragging my thumb across the clay and just kind of making it so it's just smoothing out the clay and turning the 2 pieces of clay into one. And I can do the same on the other side here. Add some ooey gooey. And I'm just going to cut a strip off. Add some ooey gooey to the back. And then just press down and smooth. And now I have pretty much a full mask, smoothing everything down. The next thing you're going to want to do is then just start working on your facial features. Okay? You can press down, kind of get a feel for where the eyes, where the nose is on it, and you can add to that or take away from, depending on what you want to do. With the extra clay here, I can start adding eyebrows. Say I want big, thick eyebrows like what Mr. Roate has. So I got me a couple eyebrows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to score. I'm going to make huge eyebrows. I'm not even going to put eyes on this guy. So I'm going to score in the clay, doing those X's with a fork or whatnot. I'm going to score the clay on the back of here. And then add ooey gooey where I need to, or the slip. I'm running a little low on it, and I can add the eyebrows. I can take some off, and then I can mold the eyebrows and press down and get my creases away. I'm going to make them mad, so I'm going to raise my eyebrows up, and I'm going to smooth that out. And you want to try to get as much symmetry as possible. And when it's leather hard, I can carve some of the eyebrows away, carve texture into it if I need to, and so forth. So now I'm going to take a little bit off from here, do the same thing. I'm going to make him angry. He's not happy. He's unibrow. That's why Mr. Roate shaves his eyebrows. Because I have one eyebrow from here to here. And I'm just smoothing it out. And I've made the two pieces into one, pressing it down a little bit. So now I have my eyebrows. You can use this to carve away. I know I said I wasn't going to put eyeballs. But you can carve away the eyeballs if you want. If you like and take stuff away, you can do that with a mouth. Okay? Or you can add eyeballs on there and make it kind of protrude if you want some bulging eyeballs. So this, I'm doing one side. I know it's not symmetrical. Stay with me. So I'm making one side. I got an eyeball here. And then when it's leather hard, I can carve like, an iris in there and whatnot. You can do the same thing with mouth. You can have them protruding, or you can take it away. However you want to do it. You want to make the nose bigger, make the nose bigger. You want them smiling, have them smiling. You can add teeth. If you want, you can roll coils and add hair, like cornrows. I know that's not popular with your generation, but just wait, it'll become popular again. You'll see. Alright, and add cornrows to it if you want to. You can make the nose bigger and add more clay for the nose if you want to. But remember, it has to have symmetry. I can make a bigger nose. I can flatten it out. If you're going to make a nose, try to put nostrils in it. And I can manipulate that clay and bring it down so he has a normal nose, or I can press it up so he has a pug or a pig nose if I want to, and add my circles. Either way. However I want to design it. When it's leather hard, this is wet. Leather hard means it feels a lot like leather. We're going to go to carving, so you can carve designs in it if you want to. Do not carve it when it's wet, because it's a little too easy, and normally you end up taking way more than you should. And when it's leather hard, you have a little bit more easier way to make designs if you want to make designs, whether you want to make designs of the hair by doing repeated lines, or if you want to put other designs like swirlies on the side. And because it's so wet, I'm having, I get these boogers and everything, and every time I try to take them off, I smudge my design. It's a little bit more difficult. If you wait till it's leather hard, it'll work a lot better. Alright, and that concludes this video.